So this is a Richlite board, and it fooled me. At first I thought it was ebony. It really emulates ebony well. Even the grain pattern looks similar with the sort of brown grain lines. And the reason I'm making this video is because people keep calling this plastic in guitar forums. It is not plastic. It is actually a wood product. It is paper soaked, many thousands of layers of paper soaked in phenolic resin and compressed, so it's manufactured. And it's manufactured to emulate ebony. And this is the future, folks. And it's not new. Gibson's been doing this for a long time. It started out with something called micarta, which is an earlier version of this process. Countertops and various things have been deployed using this method. Now we call it Richlite. Sometimes I see it called ebonol, particularly on foreign listings of guitars. And players are snooty about this. Oh, no way can that be real, emulate real ebony. I can feel the difference, and maybe you can. But most people won't be able to. There's a very subtle difference between this and ebony. It's really dense, it's machinable, it's sandable, it acts like wood, it looks like wood. You might, if you're an experienced player, detect some subtle differences between this and ebony in feel. You might not. But, you know, turning your nose up at something with a Richlite board because it's not an actual wood, it's rather manufactured, is a bit silly. I mean, there are a lot of Gibsons and Fenders and other guitars that are made with Richlite boards, and now you're starting to see it on the lower end instruments. This is a Zoué guitar that I featured in a review. And as I said in that review, I played on this thinking it was ebony. It fooled me. And I've worked with a lot of woods. It really feels very similar to my Yamaha guitar that has a real ebony board. And coming from the world of bowed string instruments, I'm used to ebony. So this stuff is going to replace, or manufacturing processes like this are going to replace hardwoods that are in short supply and being farmed out of existence. Ebony is only now available, I think, in one area of the world. Rosewood's going the same way slowly. Rosewood, certain types of rosewood. So we're going to see more and more of these manufactured processes for emulation of hardwoods. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. Some are better than others, obviously, but these Richlite boards are pretty decent. I mean, the feel is there, and the density, and the weight in your hand will fool a lot of people. So I don't understand why there's such a snootiness in some of these forums. There's some very fine guitars made with this material. Maybe it's not quite as good as the best pieces of ebony, and there are a lot of different variations and cuts of ebony with different streakiness and color. Some of the jet black ebony is hard to get, so now you're getting really sort of streaky, almost rosewood looking pieces of ebony. And a lot of manufacturers are just going with Richlite rather than trying to find and manufacture or pay for the rights, because I think Taylor owns most of the ebony resources now. So they're going this other way, or they're using baked or roasted maple. Finding substitutes. This is the way the world's going to be with the musical instrument business. You're going to find a lot of these manufactured variants, emulations of wood coming out, and the better we get, the more technological we get, the more progress we get in the scientific age, the better they will become. So there you go, Richlite, my take on it. Feels nice. Alright folks, see you on the next one.